Hi students. So today we are going to study about an important virus, that is rabies virus. Let's talk about the introduction of rhabdovirus. It is a bullet-shaped or a rod-shaped virus. As you can see in this picture, it is a bullet or rod-shaped virus. So the rhabdo, which is a Greek word which means rod, and it is an enveloped virus. They are having a different kind of proteins in their envelope. They have a distinctive bullet-like appearance, which is the characteristics of this particular group. And they contain a single-stranded RNA genome, and specifically, they have a negative sense RNA, which means their RNA must first be converted into positive sense RNA before proteins can be produced inside the host cell. And we will tell about the envelope. They are an enveloped virus. The envelope is a lipid membrane derived from the host cell, and this envelope contains the G protein spikes, which helps the virus attach to and enter the host cell. So coming to the structural component of this rabies virus, it is have a G protein, as you can see in this picture. So G stands for glycoprotein. It is located on the outer surface, which helps in the attachment and enter into the host cell. And it is very important for the immune response and vaccine development. And next protein is the M protein, as you can see here. M stands for matrix. So this is a matrix protein. It lies beneath the envelope and it helps maintain the virus shape and plays a role in virus assembly and also its budding. And coming to the N protein, N stands for nucleoprotein. So this nucleoprotein surrounds and protects the RNA genome and forms a nucleocapsid structure. So next is the L protein, that is the large protein, which functions as RNA-dependent RNA polymerase and helps in replication and transcription of viral RNA. And the P protein, that is phosphoprotein, assists the L protein during RNA synthesis. And we are having an RNA also, that is the genetic material of virus, which carries instructions to provide viral proteins. So the important points that you have to remember for your examination in this slide is it is a bullet-shaped virus which is having envelope and single-stranded negative sense RNA, and the family is Rhabdoviridae. An example is rabies virus. So coming to the morphology of this virus, it is a bullet-shaped virus measuring approximately 75 nanometer in the diameter and 180 nanometer in the length. And one end of the virus is rounded while the other end is planar or concave or slightly concave. Okay. And the characteristic shape help in the identification of virus under an electron microscope. When we are seeing the virus in an electron microscope, this character really help to identify that this virus is rabies virus. So coming to the pathogenesis, rabies is a natural infection of dogs, foxes, cat, wolves, and bat. It is naturally found in such animals, and these animals act as a reservoir and transmit the infection to humans. And next point is about how this virus is transmitted, or the transmission of this virus in the human. So human become infected mainly through the bite of this rabid animals, and the virus which is present in their saliva of the infected animal, and during the bite the saliva containing the virus is deposited into the wound. Okay. And next, this rabies virus will spread to our body by when after this virus enter into our body, it initially multiplies in the muscle tissue or the connective tissue nearby the site of the bite, and it then attached to the nerve ending. This virus will travel to peripheral nerves toward the central nervous system. There is the brain and the spinal cord. So once it reaches the brain, it causes the inflammation of the brain, or known as the encephalitis. Okay. So from the brain, the virus may spread to the salivary glands and enabling further transmission. Long incubation of 3 months, the individual develop signs and symptoms. So after 3 months only, the individual will develop the signs of this rabies virus. And this incubation period depend upon the age, the person's age and the site of bite, which means the virus have to travel to the brain. So if the bite is near to the brain and the incubation period is very less, and if it's in the feet, the incubation time will be more. So the course of illness proceeds in stages. So there are three stages. So stage one is prodrominal illness. Stage 1 is prodrominal illness or prodrominal stage. It is the early stage. Okay. So the duration of this stage is 4 to 6 days, and this is the initial phase of this illness. And the patient is having symptoms like fever, apprehension, anxiety, malaise, etc. And abnormal sensation also occur, that is like tingling, burning, or itching, especially at the site of the bite. So this abnormal sensation are occur because the virus is affecting the peripheral nerves. Okay, and coming to the stage 2, that is the encephalitis stage. The duration of this stage is about 1 to 6 days, and this stage begins when the central nervous system becomes involved. Okay, and the features of this stage is the patient have the convulsions, which are usually precipitated by lights and sound. That is, they are very hypersensitive to the even to the light and the sound, and even small stimuli like switching on and off light and sound of metal falling on the floor, etc., can trigger their spasms. Okay, and they are also having hydrophobia, that is fear to water. The patients which having the rabies is afraid to drink water, and attempting to drinking water causes painful throat spasm, and sometimes they are choking attacks occur. And this stage is due to the inflammation of the brain, that is the encephalitis. And the last stage, that is the third stage, is paralysis or coma. So in this stage, the patient loses their consciousness and they will go to coma, and the death occurred due to the respiratory failure. Around almost 50% of the patient die at this stage if it's untreated. So these are the common and very important points when you are learning this rabies virus. So if this helped you, subscribe for more easy microbiology videos. Thank you.